So what is it like to get diagnosed at the age of 34 with ADHD? Let's talk. I have no idea what I'm doing. We're doing the thing! It's happening! The YouTube is happening. Biggest imposter syndrome ever. Hi, my name is Britney Brown. I am 35. I am the mom of 5 kids, wife of 1. I am the owner of Imperfect Inspiration, and I am a huge hot mess. I was diagnosed with ADHD at the age of 34. I started a TikTok in the middle of the pandemic, and shortly after that started a business building planners. It's been a whole thing, really, just like a whole thing. I have been wanting to get onto YouTube for a really long time, but there's been this little barrier to entry thing, and that I struggle to do almost anything that I don't know exactly how it's going to play out. And I still am not sure exactly how this is going to play out. It's fine. We're going to figure it out. It's fine. But I'm also deeply motivated by letting people down. So I figured if I just told all my social medias that I was going to launch my YouTube channel, and I gave myself a date, then I would do it. Here we are, doing it. On this channel, you may see some colorful language. Note, that's probably not going to change in the near future. Some things that we are super excited to have on this channel. Follow along with me planning things. We're going to do a lot of tours of how I do things in business. Fun facts about ADHD. Things that we use. Tips, tricks, tools, all that jazz. Basically anything that can help us function in day-to-day life. Who doesn't love functioning? Or whatever. Everyday fuck up moments, because let's be realistic, I have more than everyone else put together, I feel like most of the time. It just makes everybody feel better knowing that they're not the only one doing the things, right? Yeah. Tips, tricks, different kinds of household things that actually work for me, organization, really cool products that I love, things to do with ADHD kids that can potentially actually keep them entertained that don't have anything to do with technology. Parenting ADHD kids while you have ADHD yourself, or autism, or OCD, or any of the other neurodivergencies. Obviously, we're quite a bit different, but a lot of the techniques and tips and things that are found are the same and can be used by lots of humans with or without ADHD. I didn't set out to design an ADHD planner. Basically, the pandemic hit, I had this ADHD diagnosis, and honestly, nothing worked to get me through the day. I wasn't able to do things normally, because before the pandemic, I was a full-time professional photographer. And when I was working 60 or 70 hours a week, everything was so structured and set in systems that I wasn't having to design my own time out. And when that happened, I was home with 5 neurodivergent kids, a husband who was in the military, so he was still working even though he was from home, and then me, who had absolutely no coping skills outside of, work and my friends, both of which I now had none of. It was a mess. And frankly, I wasn't okay. The only reason I designed that planner was to give myself a day-to-day breakdown of things that I could actually do, things that I could tangibly touch or accomplish or check off of a list that wasn't so long that it felt overwhelming, but I wasn't looking so far into the future that I felt like, well, this is clearly never going to come because we are in the middle of pandemic part 18. Sick of that. At the end of the day, I needed to have something that was more focused on the day at hand than the future. It didn't have anything to do with building a business. It didn't have anything to do with wanting to make everybody else's life easier, though that's exactly what ended up happening. I just needed to help myself. And sometimes I feel like in business, we're so focused on all of the things that we can do for everybody else that we forget about what we need to be helping, which is ourselves. And often, if ourselves need help with something, other people need help with that too. So it ends up killing 2 birds with 1 stone. I will never not be thankful for my TikTok platform, because it not only gave me a complete community that I didn't even know that I needed, it gave me an outlet for doing things that mid-pandemic, there just was no other outlet for. I didn't have a creative outlet. I wasn't capable of pulling together a craft project for myself. I couldn't wrap my head around getting out of bed, let alone doing a thing. It gently pushed me in the direction of making better choices for myself, and in turn gave me the knowledge, courage, and function to be able to start doing more of those things for other people, picking up old things that I used to do when my time was more structured and when my life had more of a outline to it that then made sense in the current times as well. And I think that initially I was so flabbergasted by how to do the thing that the what went out the window. That interestingly feels the same with YouTube, because I'm so stressed out about the how that like it's been so hard for me to wrap my head around just setting up my damn camera and filming into it. I was so worried about the like, okay, but what kind of mic do I need to have? And what if my lighting's not perfect and I'm not exactly sure how to do an intro and an outro? What if I'm not actually saying anything that anybody wants to hear? Yeah, okay, no one fucking cares, right? No one cares. No one cares. People just want to be inspired, however imperfectly. So go do it. Do it. Do more stuff you love. Do more stuff you love. And don't ever chair. So I know for a fact I'm going to look back on these first couple of episodes and just be like, girl, what the actual hell? What were you doing? But I have to do it. I have to lunch. I have to go, because every single time I hold out and wait for the perfect thing to happen, then nothing fucking happens. Nothing happens. So do hard shit imperfectly. Do hard shit imperfectly, because you know what? You're going to show somebody else they can too. Even if it's too hard for you, you got to do it for somebody else. That is how we make things happen. I am beyond excited to be here. Let me know always if there's something that you want to see, something that I'm not providing that you would love to have an insight to. I can't wait to show you guys my business, my family, behind the scenes of all the things, and honestly, just have another fun way to do a thing. TikTok has been so much fun. My community on Facebook has been so much fun. Just follow the dopamine. Leave me all the comments, send me all the things, engage with all the stuff, because you know that the algorithm loves when people click the buttons and touch the things and say the words. So you do that. Follow all my things. Here. I don't know if those will actually pop up. I'm kind of hoping we'll figure it out. Whatever. My winner for my TikTok for content suggestions is Beth Wright. I will obviously be posting this on the talk as well, but girl, if you see this here, comment down below and I will be sending you a planner of your pick. Get excited. There's so many options. Let me know what you want to see, and frankly, I adore you. You're amazing. Thank you all for being here on this absolute journey of bedlam. Thank you all for being here on my journey of bedlam, because let's be honest, questions are made up and the points don't matter. New episode every Tuesday. See you next week. Be cool. Don't be shitty. Love you all. More dry shampoo. I have no idea what I'm talking about. I have this beautiful leaf ball behind me. Absolute journey of bedlam. Bedlam. If you have not followed me on all of my social media, no, I don't know, but it's fine. We'll figure it out.